Shalom, peace and blessings. Welcome to the Fourth Angels Learning Center. Today, we're going to be doing our spiritual warfare series, specifically on the armor of Yah. We talked about girding your loins, the breastplate, and then shodding the feet. So far, if you haven't seen those, please go check those out. I pray they're edifying to you guys. Today, we're going to be discussing verse 16. Verse 16, which talks about the shield of faith. And I think that this is very important as well. I think that sometimes is absolutely important. I think that sometimes people mistakenly misread or overlook certain aspects to these elements or these pieces of armor. So let's get right into it. I want to first remind everybody, we're talking about the things that we must put on in order to be protected mentally from the lies of the enemy. And it could be in regards to the false doctrines. It could be in regards to insecurities. It could be in regards to fear, anything that allows you to move your mind away from what Yah has established, from what Yah has promised, from what Yah has told us in his word and in his law. Is an attack from the enemy. So these things is to protect our mind from the enemy's attacks. So let me pull up Ephesians so we can take a look at this verse. All right, we're in Ephesians chapter 6, looking at verse 16 now. And it says something very important. It says, above all. So this is, again, all of these elements are extremely important. But without this element, there is no overall protection. Let me just express this real quick. If you have armor on and then you have a shield, the shield is not only to protect you, but also to protect your armor. If someone hits on a metal plate long enough, it's going to break, especially if you're using the proper tool or if you're using a very sharp or dangerous tool or strong tool, eventually it's going to break through. There's been many times where metal has been ripped through. Cars, when they crash, the metal of the frame bends or rips apart. So though the armor can protect you, though the armor can protect your body, the shield is to give an extra source of protection to guard your actual body. Secondly, to guard your armor as well. Secondly, when you put on the armor, there may be moments in which there's portions like our neck or portions of our body that's still exposed in a way. So the shield, it covers all of those blind spots or those spots of ignorance, those spots of places that we don't see. But faith is what allows us or enables us to connect ourselves with Yah and allow him to pick up the slack. He fills in the slack for us. So it's very important that we understand this shield aspect, because even if you don't understand most of the armor, the shield, even if you have no armor, if you have the shield, it can protect you as you are learning and putting on the rest of the elements of this armor. So let's go back to Ephesians. So it talks about above all. This is extremely important, above all. And it says taking the shield of faith, right? And then it says, by it, you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. One of the major things that everybody says, misquotes in this verse, is they say the devil, the wicked darts of the devil. Now, the wicked is not referring to the devil. The devil is up here in verse 11. Put on the whole armor of Elohim, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, the trickery, the deceptions, the lies. Now, where does the lies and the deception and the trickery come from in this world? It comes from people. It comes from false teachers. It comes from false prophets. Let me show you a quick example. First John, Peter, they frequently speak about this. It says, beloved, do not believe every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of Elohim. because many false prophets are gone out into the world. So there's many instances in which we are warned about the false prophets, the false teachers. Let me see if I could find. There's so many aspects that we need to be protected from. So check this out. It says here, there were false prophets who are also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who secretly shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the master that brought them, and bring them upon a swift destruction. Many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. And then it says here, through covetousness shall they with feigned words or hidden secret words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingered not, and their damnation slumbers not. So we can notice here what Peter is trying to warn us about is people, false teachers, false prophets, lies, secret heresies that will bring destruction. This is what the devil is trying to do. This is what he's trying to perpetuate. And when he's trying to perpetuate this, he does it through the wicked. He does it through the wicked. So let's take a look at this. All the fiery darts of the wicked. Let's look at a few verses. Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 22. Looking at verse 31. And it says, as for Elohim, his way is perfect. The word of yahuah is tried. He is a buckler to all them that trust in him. It says, for who is Elohim except yahuah? And who is a rock except our Elohim? So the protection that he gives us, it covers our blind spots. It covers the things that we don't see. Even during the time of the tabernacle, there was a morning and evening sacrifice that was given to cover the sins of Israel in their ignorance, in the things that they did not know. So Yah is our protector. He is our shield. When we believe, when we give our trust to him, he protects us. And I think we read this verse last time, but I think this is very important. Psalms 3:3, it says, but you, O Yahuwah, are a shield for me, my glory and the lifter up of my head. I cried unto Yahuwah with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. I laid me down to sleep. I awake because Yahuwah sustained me. This is another aspect, because while you're sleeping, you're not really conscious of what's going on around you, but the protection that Yah gives you when you are asleep. Even the 10 virgins, even the wise virgins in that parable were sleeping, but there was a protection over them from the enemy. Even in our ignorance, Yah can protect us if we give our trust to him. And then he teaches us along the way to put our efforts in the knowledge and the wisdom that he's given to us. There's another one in Psalms chapter 28, looking at verse 7. It says, Yah is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and I am helped. Therefore, my heart greatly rejoices, and with my song will I praise him. Yahuwah is their strength, and he is the saving strength of his anointed. Save your people and bless your inheritance. Feed them also and lift them up forever. So this is very important. My heart trusts in him, and I am helped. Therefore, my heart rejoices. Yah is my strength, and he is my shield. So this is a very important aspect. It covers all bases. It covers all bases, especially the ignorant spots. That's why Yah tells you to put on the armor of Yah. He'll take care of the things that you are unable to take care of. So this aspect, Very important to put it into practice, to trust in him, to put everything in his hands, to not get so caught up with anxiety and worry, thinking that you can try to change things yourself, but to believe that he is able to change the things that you are unable to change. Do not become addicted and obsessive and compulsive in trying to obtain something on this earth or even trying to change something on this earth. It develops a sense of depression. It develops a sense of hopelessness, seeing that you are unable to change this circumstance. This does not mean that the circumstance is impossible to change. It just means that this is something that you need to let Yah do and allow him to guard you from the circumstance, through the circumstance, and if he wants to remove it out of the way, to allow him to deal with the circumstance and not take it upon yourself. So I hope that we understand this element of the shield, how to apply it, how to place our mind in a place of trust, so that way we could be protected even from the things that we don't see. So praise Yah, and I hope that you guys are blessed. Shalom, everyone.